Hello again, Dr. Victor here. Today we will talk about why is fasting good.
Why? Why?
What are the benefits of fasting? Are there any benefits of fasting? Well, let's see. Basically, fasting and caloric restriction especially determines changes in the body, metabolism and the different expression of genes. What does this all mean? Increased overall longevity. Basically, in all of the studies with caloric restriction on animals, it prolongs their life. Even with our distant relatives, rhesus monkeys, caloric restriction improves health and survival. Monkeys that fasted lived more and more healthier than the monkeys that didn't fast. In another study, Godric and colleagues reported that the average lifespan of rats is increased by up to 80% when they are maintained on a regimen of alternate day feeding. Intermittent fasting stimulates autophagy and mitophagy while inhibiting mTOR, which is known in the long term to promote survival. Also, studies show fasting having an effect on sleep quality, people who fast having more restful sleep, and also a great impact on metabolic health. Intermittent fasting reduces markers of systemic inflammation and oxidative stress that are associated with atherosclerosis. In many other studies, again showing improvements in blood pressure, resting heart rate, levels of high density and low density lipoproteins, cholesterol, triglycerides, glucose and insulin, and also insulin resistance. It has an especially great effect on obesity and diabetes. Recent studies showing that daily caloric restriction or a 4-3 intermittent fasting regimen, so 24 hours of fasting 3 times a week, reversed insulin resistance in patients with prediabetes or type 2 diabetes. Now you might say, aren't just these the known effects of overall caloric restriction, not necessarily fasting?
No.
Well, in this study, the women in the two groups lost the same amount of weight during the 6-month period, but those in the group assigned to intermittent fasting had a greater increase in insulin sensitivity and a larger reduction in waist circumference than women who just had daily caloric restriction.
Okay.
So it's not just about caloric restriction. Fasting improves metabolic health through other pathways. How about neurological and mental health?
You ain't got the answers.
Well, fasting might have led to increased irritability, but it also led to positive affective experiences of increased sense of achievement, reward, pride, and control. Fasting has been effective in diminishing stress and depression levels among nurses. Ketone bodies regulate the expression and activity of many proteins and molecules that are known to influence health and aging, increasing brain-derived neurotrophic factor that sustains proper mental function and basically makes you smarter. Fasting has been also shown to enhance cognition in multiple domains, including spatial memory, associative memory, and working memory. As a bonus, it increases heart rate variability, which is a factor that is associated with overall longevity. How about fasting and body composition, muscle mass, fat loss? Well, in a study, young men who fasted daily for 16 hours lost fat while maintaining muscle mass during 2 months of resistance training. Prior studies have shown that overweight or obese adults who habitually eat for about 14 hours can safely adopt an 8 to 10 hour interval of time-restricted eating over several weeks and achieve weight loss. So fasting promotes fat loss and maintains muscle mass and can even increase muscle mass with a proper regimen. Victor, how about fasting and cancer? Well, I'm glad you asked. Daily caloric restriction or alternate day fasting reduces the occurrence of spontaneous tumors during normal aging in rodents and suppresses the growth of many types of induced tumors while increasing their sensitivity to chemotherapy and irradiation. So fasting has an anti-cancer effect. Also, it has been shown that fasting reduces the incidence of glioblastoma, which is a type of cancer of the neuronal tissue. Also, a prolonged overnight fast reduces the recurrence of breast cancer. Fasting also has a role in multiple sclerosis and arthritis, reducing overall inflammation and reducing the autoimmune response. Also keep an eye out because emerging evidence suggests that intermittent fasting may enhance athletic performance. Also related to weight loss, overall the available evidence suggests that intermittent energy restriction paradigms produce equivalent weight loss when compared to continuous energy restriction. So as you can see, fasting has a role and benefits throughout any kind of disease you can imagine.
I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
That's why in this time when especially food is in abundance and we are constantly in a fed state, fasting could be of benefit. And this theorizes that many of our current diseases are because of the constant fed state that we are on and the metabolic and overall body changes that this determines. So you can do it in the bathroom, you can do it in the bedroom, you can do it in the kitchen, but of course it's more harder. I'm talking about fasting, of course, because of the temptations in the kitchen. But it's free, it has all these host of benefits, so why not try fasting? So that being said, in the next video we will see how to do a proper fast. in a step-by-step approach what are the different types of fast, how to approach doing a fast, starting slow, progressively. We'll see. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed the video, found out something new. Like, subscribe if you enjoyed the content, and we'll see each other in the next video. Salut!